I never imagined myself being pregnant or having kids. For most of my life, it felt like something distant and hard to picture. As I grew older and spent time with the little ones in my family, I began to wonder if a life of my own children might be something I wanted after all. Even then, I struggled to imagine what that life would look like. Well, it's safe to say I'm about to find out in a few months. As I reflect on this journey so far, I realize it's been a true roller coaster of emotions and experience. If you've been through it, I'm sure you can relate. You might notice I'm not showing my journaling or meditation routine as often in my videos, but they are still very much a big part of my life. And I'm incredibly grateful I built those habits before this journey. They have been a lifeline for me, especially on days when my hormones are all over the place and life feels heavier than usual.
Always options there.
The first trimester was particularly rough. Around 8 weeks, I started bleeding, and my mind immediately went to the worst case scenario. It turns out that spotting can be a normal part of pregnancy, but when you don't know what's happening inside of your body, it's hard not to panic. Only an ultrasound could confirm everything was okay, and until then, I was stuck in a loop of fear. Morning sickness hit me like a truck. One of the worst symptoms for me was excessive speeding. It sounds small, but it was awful. I felt so weak that even holding my camera felt like lifting 50 pounds. Lifting a 5-pound weight for a few seconds felt like I had just run a marathon. Walking for just a few minutes would wipe me out for an entire day. In the kitchen, it was like the ninth circle of hell, and my body rejected almost everything I ate. The only thing I seemed to crave was ice cold water, but even that felt like an enemy at times. I couldn't help but wonder, how could pregnancy feel like this? Why do people go through this madness? I swore I would never do it again. But now, looking back at that first trimester, I realize I absolutely would. It sounds crazy, but maybe it's motherly instinct, or maybe it's just that the mind has a way of blocking out the trauma until we're living through it again. Amidst all of this, my NIPT test result came back, and I learned I might be a silent carrier for SMA. If you're not familiar with it, it's a spinal muscular atrophy. A silent carrier means I don't have the condition, but there's a small chance I could pass it on to my offspring if my partner also carries the gene. While the genetic counselor reassured me that there was only a 3% chance I was a carrier, my mind spiraled with worry. Google became my worst enemy as I searched for every possible outcome. My partner did get tested immediately, and thankfully 2 weeks later we found out he wasn't a carrier and I could finally breathe again. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When's the baby due?
I would have guessed November.
Me too. No, like, no, me
That's
too.
what everyone
You
keeps
look so
telling
cute.
me.
What do you do? So I hope you don't wait till my birthday because that would not be good for you.
Oh no, I don't. My back is like, we're done right now.
Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Haven't seen you in a while. You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
So, when are you due?
Everybody keeps asking me that. You are? When's your birthday?
On the 9th.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. By 17 weeks, I started feeling like myself again. Now in my third trimester, my energy isn't quite the same. My hormones are unpredictable and even my brain feels a little slower some days. But every kick I feel and the sight of my growing belly reminds me of the fragile, miraculous life inside of me. I am overwhelmed with gratitude for this season, for my body, and for everything that's brought me here, and for the chance to share it. Writing about my experiences feels like therapy, a public journal of some sort. I hesitated to share these thoughts because they're so different from the content I've posted over the past year. But life evolves, and so do our stories. I know pregnancy can be such a sensitive topic, and I sincerely pray that anyone longing for this experience is blessed with it. I also pray you have a support system, because I've learned how lonely this journey can feel, even when you have the most supportive partner like I do. I've come to realize, as much as they empathize, they can never truly understand what it feels like for your body to go through this transformation. On top of that, society and strangers often feel the need to comment on how big or small you look. In the beginning, hearing comments about how I looked too big for my gestational age really got to me. But now, I laugh them off. It's easy to forget that my body is growing a whole human. That alone is a miracle. Every pregnancy is different, and the only prayer I hold is for my baby to be healthy and for a safe delivery. One thing that has kept me grounded is taking care of my mental health. Meditation, journaling, and practicing gratitude has helped me stay balanced, even on the hardest day. Moving my body when I can has also been a game changer, though I'm still learning to listen to what my body needs. I'm so excited for what's to come. I know it's not always going to be easy, but I've always believed in letting life unfold. There's no need to stress or worry about what's ahead. I'll figure it out when I get there, one step at a time.